Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel here, Tending Earth. This is Teresa. Thank you for being here. Today, I just want to come in here and honor the autumn equinox, which is since September 22nd here in the Northern Hemisphere. I just want to do a small little talk and a small little meditation in honor of this autumn equinox. And it's the season of abundance and completion. The autumn equinox, marks the moment of balance between light and darkness, when day and night stand in equal measure. It is a threshold time when the abundance of summer gives way to the inward call of the autumn. The earth tips gently toward the longer nights, inviting us to gather the harvest of both our outer labors and our inner growth. This season honors gratitude, balance, and letting go. Just like the trees release their leaves, we too are asked to release what no longer serves us, making space for rest, renewal, and deeper wisdom. It's a time to acknowledge the fruits of our journey and give thanks for the blessings received. A little bit on the symbolism of equinox is about balance. It's the equal length of day and night reflects the need to hold light and shadow in harmony, both within nature and within ourselves. Then we have harvest. The fields are heavy with grain, orchards with fruit, and gardens with roots. Spiritually, too, we gather the fruits of our efforts, the projects and our inner work, of those seeds that we planted long ago, maybe in the springtime, or maybe longer than that. And also to give thanks for the harvest in our lives in both tangible and spiritual forms. Then it's a time of release. Just like the trees shed their leaves, we're reminded to let go of what we no longer need, trusting that endings create the fertile ground for new beginnings. Honor the cycles of change. And it's also a transition time where there's a liminal time. It's a doorway between the outward action of the summer, the busyness of the summer, and the light fire of the summer, and to the inward reflection of the winter. We're going towards the darkness and the more quiet time. And let's review a little bit myths and archetypes with the autumn. Many traditions honor the equinox through festivals or myths. For example, one of the most widely known Greek mythology remembers Persephone's descent, when she's returning to the underworld as the earth prepares for dormancy, and this is symbolized by the pomegranate. Indigenous cultures around the world mark the equinox as a time of harvest festivals, giving thanks for the earth's abundance and reaffirming reciprocity with the land. And my own personal myth is that my name, Teresa, means the harvester. I just found this out a few years ago when I was doing some deep research. And the harvest of the heart and my soul's work, the fruit of my labor of love, is both in my spiritual growth and the lessons learned. So I appreciate that and I'm grateful for that. These stories remind us that balance, descent, and renewal are natural and sacred. And here are some few simple practices that you can do in honor of the autumn equinox and welcoming. Just simple practices. You don't have to do them all. You can do however you feel is comfortable for you and whatever you have in your home, in your surroundings. The first thing will be to light a candle at sunset to honor the equal balance of day and night. Equinox means equal nights, equal days. Then also you can create a small altar with themes of the autumn, like leaves and seeds and fruits, and the symbols of the harvest, like corn, apples, pumpkins, nuts, and like fabric that is also earth tones. Also a bowl of water to honor the rivers and the rains that nourish these crops. You can also write down what you're ready to release and let it go into the wind, into a river, or into a fire. You can burn it and let it carry it away. One good day to do that would be on the harvest full moon. Full moon is about releasing and letting go. And that harvest full moon is on Monday, October 6th. You can also create meals with the foods of the season: apples, squash, grains, and with gratitude for the earth's abundance. I like this time of the year because it brings me into making soups with vegetables and squash and things like that. So, and it's comfort food. You know, the soups are warm and comforting, and to getting ready for the colder weather that is approaching. We can also do an offering to the land. A simple a simple offering could be either your own backyard, your garden, in a park, by the river, by a forest. A few examples could be like leave an apple or some nuts and seeds that are being harvested right now. And it's a gesture of reciprocity with the earth and her creatures and all life. And or at least a simple gesture of offering some water to the land to quench her thirst and as an offering of gratitude. Another aspect here, in based on my experience, it's on the autumn, it was the harvest in the forest or foraging for nuts. Growing up in the north part of Spain, I went into the forest and there was like wild trees of walnuts, hazelnuts, chestnuts. I loved it. I love all those. And also, I would forage in the forest with my father for mushrooms. It was a really good memory when the first rains fell in around October or so, and just go into the forest with a blanket of leaves on the ground and just kind of like moving around to find those mushrooms. And then we cooked them and stored them so they could last us for a long time. So I am really grateful for those memories and for that experience and for the earth for providing such abundance. And then also this time, like be aware of what is harvesting where you live right now in your community, the land around you. Even if you live in the city, in a big city, I'm sure the farm around what is happening right now, and you can connect with the food in that way. For example, is apple season. There's a lot of apple festivals, and just cooking with it and just bringing it into that. Here where I live in the Central Valley of California is a big agricultural land, and almonds are being harvested ever since about a month ago. Mid-August, the harvest starts, and everybody's pretty aware, even if they don't have that nature connection or spirituality, because the place is full of dust. There's a lot of dust. There's a lot of 18-wheelers driving in the small country roads full of almonds. This is like the almond capital of the world. And that is something that, makes me proud and aware. I love almonds. And that's something to connect with the land that you live in and to the community and to be grateful for that. So that's a little bit of little pieces of practices that you can do and honor here the autumn equinox. And let's go into some reflection questions if you would like to journal. For example, what have I harvested this year in my work, relationships, and spirit? Where am I being called to slow down, balance, and simplify? It feels like for me this time of the year is a time of putting away the summer, even the clothes, the shoes, the bedding, and just simplify and bring out the winter clothes, the winter blankets, and all of that shifts. It's a big shift in the weather and temperature and the feel of it. And also, what am I ready to release, like the leaves falling from a tree? What is it that is time to let go of? And also, how do I honor both the light and the shadow aspects of myself? What practices help me stay rooted as the days grow darker? And what am I being grateful for this season of my life? The autumn equinox whispers, rest into balance, honor what has been, and trust of what's coming. I deeply resonate with that. Trust what is coming. Now you can get comfortable to do a very short meditation to just sit here and honor and welcome the autumn. If you would like, you can light a candle. I have my candle here in honoring the light. This is for everybody else as well. And just imagining, put your feet on the ground and imagine roots grounding you into the earth. And start breathing consciously, taking deep breaths. Continue imagining those roots growing down in the darkness of the earth. Deep, deep roots to keep you grounded and to keep you strong. Continue with your breathing. And as we breathe now, as we breathe in, let's breathe in gratitude. And breathe out abundance. This is what the autumn equinox is about, gratitude and abundance. Let's do this a couple more times. Breathe in gratitude. Breathe out abundance. One more time. Breathe in gratitude. And breathe out abundance. As you do this really short meditation and grounding, just acknowledge the turning of the season with words like, I stand in the season of harvest, I honor the earth, the cycles of life, and the abundance around me. And in closing, in this little short talk, it's just a blessing that I want to share. May the fruits of your labor nourish you. May gratitude fill your heart. May the earth remind you of the beauty in both abundance and release. As one season ends, another one begins, and the cycle continues, ever sacred and ever whole. Blessings, blessings to all of you. Enjoy this new season that is coming for us. And with much love and gratitude to all of you, I hope you enjoyed this little short meditation. Blessings. Bye.